Everybody's favorite thing today is wine, and we've got to go obviously to the Texas Hill Country to get the best stuff. So I've got Dane Sanvito on the line. He is a head winemaker at Augusta Vin. Dane, first of all, lovely to see you. Second of all, talk to me about what we're looking at back there, because it's crazy what I'm seeing this machine do behind you.
So behind us, we have our red ferment going. We have 10.5 tons of our estate Petit Syrah that we harvested this year. Much smaller than we were anticipating, so really high quality. What's happening right here behind me is we actually have our juice and skins in the tank together after it's been crushed, and the reason for this is to get all the color and flavor out of the skin. So the way we do this is by pumping it, the term called pump over, and by pumping it over, we're basically sucking the juice from the bottom and sprinkling it over the top. And the more we do this, the better color and better flavor we get throughout the fermentation process.
It is really cool, and I can say you're going to get a lot of color out of that because, my goodness, it's a very dark purple at the moment. But Dane, let's talk a little bit about your artisan winemaking, because you guys really know your stuff out there at Augusta Vin. Will you just kind of describe it to us?
Yeah, so the way we do things out here, we try to be estate-driven. We're one of the few wineries out here that gets all our fruit from the hill country. 90% of it comes from our own vineyards. Our grapes are grown in the vineyard, produced in the winery, and all bottled on our estate. The way we like to do things here is we do a lot of small batches, and so I like to be as minimalistic as possible in the sense that we're not adding any non-grape products to the wine. Blending is my most important or biggest component of winemaking, and we do this towards the end of the year or beginning next year, where we start getting our preliminary blends together.
So I'm not only getting a vocab lesson, because I didn't actually know what an estate winery was, but I'm also getting a bit of a science lesson from you today, Dane, so I appreciate it. Let's talk a little bit more about what we can grow in the Texas Hill Country, what grapes grow best, and how are they different from, you know, a big wine producing state like California?
Well, the challenge with out here is you have such a short ripening period because it doesn't really cool off at night. We also have a higher pH soils out here. And so finding varietals that do well, that retain their acidity a lot better. I found the Petit Syrah is doing really well out here. Our Aglianico is doing really well out here. Tanat is kind of moving toward being a given that it does really well out here. As for whites, I'm really enthused about our Albarino and Pitbull that's all estate grown. Is doing fantastically. We had fantastic numbers this year.
Right, and I do have to say, on an international level, we're very lucky to have you, Dane, because you are originally from South Africa. You've lived all over the world making wine, so we're lucky to have expertise like yours. So if we were, for example, to be trying some Augusta Vin wine, what's, you know, your most popular wine, and maybe what's your favorite?
Wine that does well here, and is probably our most popular, is our estate Petit Syrah. But I do believe our estate Aglianico is a close second, and might even overlap our Petit Syrah in the upcoming months.
Good luck with the rest of the wine season. I know you guys have got huge vats of wine that you're putting together, but you're doing it, you know, with small batches in mind. And estate wine, I never knew it was a thing. Now I know. I'm going to have to give it a go. We appreciate your expertise this morning. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you, Rosie, and I really appreciate your time.
Augusta Vin Estate Winery is Texas' premier estate winery. For more information, you can give them a call at the number on your screen or visit them online at augustavin.com.